Stellar is setting up for a good buying opportunity, and we need to discuss where that is in the market. Hey guys, Foxy's Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and today we are looking at Stellar. Now, I do have one piece of news that I want to talk about, a partnership, but we're going to look at that a little bit later on in the video. First, I want to talk about the buying opportunity because I think that is more important in the beginning. So, last time I made a video on Stellar, I marked out this daily fair value gap. This is an imbalance in price. A lot of the times in the market, there will be an imbalance of price formed, and price will like to retest that area and see, does it want to be a support zone or does it want to break through and push to the other side? Okay. Now, we have finally tapped into it. Yes, we tapped into it during this manipulation candle, but I don't really count that because it was a manipulation, but we have tapped into it for the last couple of days, and I really like what I have seen. Why? Because we have held this zone. Not only that, but you can see we have wicked below it twice, which means price at one point in time was in this area, and it said, no, I do not want to close here, and I do not want to push further down. Right? So it closed within the imbalance in price. And this has happened for three consecutive days now. We had the first day where it tapped into it, 1, 2, 3, and now we are starting to push out of it, right? So what do we need to see for a bullish continuation to the upside? Well, the first point will be right here, which it already looks like we are going to get today, right? A closure above this lower high. Next, it would be a closure above this lower high, right? So we can retest this and then push up and close above, and price will then be in a bullish trend. So there's a few confirmations here. There's a few confirmations here to look for, right? And you always want to look for the most amount of confirmations in a system of yours, in a market, to give you that edge of why you are buying. Okay. So for me, if I did not hold Stellar, if I wanted to scale in on Stellar, this is how I would be looking at it. Step 1, we got into the fair value gap. Great. Step 2, we did not close below it and we are holding in it. Awesome. Step 3, we close above the fair value gap, which is what I am hoping we will get today. Okay. Step 4, we already create a new high, and now we're going to follow this high. Now, step 5, let's pull up the RSI, because I'm sure if you pull up on the weekly, we are still oversold. Yep. So looking at a longer term hold, because that is what I like doing in the crypto market, especially during the dips, I'm looking for that longer play. You can see we're still heavily oversold, which means there's still a bunch of space to go to the upside. And the final confirmation that not a lot of people look at, but I always do, is I go to CoinMarketCap and I see what the volume is like. If it is higher than normal, that gives me a good indication that people are also thinking like me and are buying up in this zone. Now, do I know who these people are? No, they could just be normal people like me and you. They could be millionaires, they could be whales, they could be institutions, they could be banks. Who knows? But all I know is that usually this number is lower. When it is in a random zone, that number is lower. But now we have all these confirmations of mine. We have the zone. We have all of these things, and people are buying up, which means they also see it as a buying opportunity. This is why all of these things give me confirmation for Stellar. Okay. So I think if you don't own Stellar yet, if you like the project, if you are bullish on crypto, if all of those things align to you, I don't see why you would not be buying Stellar here. For anybody that is holding Stellar so far, this is a good look because we have been in a bearish downtrend. Everybody can see that, right? We have lower highs followed by lower lows, followed by lower highs, followed by lower lows, followed by lower highs, right? That step ladder to the downside. So now let's start to reverse that and start making that bullish trend that I talked about last time. Okay. And a lot of you guys always ask me for a price prediction, whether that be what's it going to be in 2026? What's it going to be in 1 month? What's it going to be in 4 months? I wish I could tell you with full confidence what it's going to be, and I wish I had that crystal ball to tell you, but I don't. And I never like making fake promises. I rather adapt to the market on a weekly basis and tell you where it's going to go, right? The market was pretty much red all week. This is the first day where it is really green. You can see my portfolio. It is insanely green, okay? So where I think by 2026, by the end of the year where we can go, I would like us, if market doesn't smash to the downside, I would like us to be above this area. And I always go for the realistic play, okay? I know it might not be the most exciting thing here to hear. You want to hear, oh, it's going to 20x in the next month. I'm not here to bring you fake promises, and then you're going to come back to my video and say, oh, you lied like so many other people lie, right? No, I'm here to break it down week by week for you, and I want to just tell you where price is going. That is a 43% rise, right? And then obviously, when we get to this area, and that means we take out all of these highs right over here, and we break through fair value gaps and all this other stuff that I'm going to talk about when it happens, that is just going to propel us even further up, right? So we have to always adapt to the market, because if I'm being honest with you, in 2 weeks, it can be in this price zone. You don't know. Maybe a JP Morgan is going to buy $500 million worth of XLM because they're doing a partnership, and then boom, skyrockets. There's so many unknowns in this game, so you have to take it step by step. But the big picture is I am bullish on XLM, and I think it is here for the future. Okay. So now, looking at the one piece of news before I let everybody go off on their day. So what do we have? We have Layer 0 is integrating Stellar, connecting its global payments to network to the most widely used money infrastructure spanning 150 blockchains. Okay, and 500 assets. So what does this mean? This is my breakdown of this partnership. Layer 0, it's a protocol that enables what they say, quote unquote, omni-chain communication. Basically, you're sending messages through blockchains, through multiple blockchains in a very minimalized and trusted way. Now, Stellar is a blockchain network that we know is built for fast, low-cost payments and asset insurance across and for cross-border financial infrastructure use, right? So now this integration means that Stellar's network is being connected to a broader cross-chain infrastructure that Layer 0 will be providing. So that is where the 150 blockchains and 500 assets come in. Okay, so that is just a quick explanation of the partnership. I hope you guys understand it. I don't want to go too crazy in depth because I don't think it is the biggest partnership out there and the strongest partnership, but every partnership, like I always will be saying, is a good thing. Okay, and lastly, let's just look at CoinMarketCap. Still down on the week. We are up, market cap up on volume, down price in the week. 85% bullish on community sentiment, pretty much on all the big exchanges, maybe missing one or two, but pretty much all there. So let's hope next week when I review and do an update on the coin, this will be finally in the green because, excuse me, we need to start seeing some green. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. Make sure you guys do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll see everybody in the next video.